Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Dr. Anna Marie. If this is your first time here, each week we're following the transformation of an energy-draining horse farm into a high-performance, eco-friendly, and ultimately healthy home. This week we're going to take a close-up look at a clean, renewable, and healthy way to heat and cool your house. And guess what? The source is in your own backyard. Let's check it out. John, we were doing this renovation at Terra Verde, and a lot of neighbors are saying, what in the world are you doing digging up the pasture land? Geothermal, a lot of folks don't think, they're waiting to see if it works. How do you respond to that?
A lot of people always ask that question. That's the number one thing. Does it work? Does it work in Florida? I haven't heard of it. It's been around. Closed looping is what we're actually doing here, installing an earth loop. And closed looping has been around probably since about 1980. It's slowly becoming an issue to where people are starting to realize what they are and how efficient they are, because energy is now on the number one topic on headline news, is how to save energy. And these are very, very efficient systems using the Earth's ground temperature, which in this area here at Terra Verde is 72 degrees. Well, 72 degrees is much easier and better to cool a house with than 95 and 100 degree outdoor air, like a conventional air source with the outside unit.
And you're saying 72 degrees down how many feet?
Anything below 3 feet, 3 to 4 feet underneath, will stay 72 degrees year-round. So we're using that temperature to heat and cool our Freon in our system.
Explain to folks in simple terms, closed loop versus open loop.
With open loops, you pump water out of the ground into the AC unit, and then you would discharge into a sprinkler system or storm drain or a pond of some sort.
Okay.
Well, it is efficient to do it that way. The problem with it is raw water in the equipment damages the equipment. And then also we're damaging the environment by depleting our aquifer system, all pure, clean drinking water for people. And then it's expensive to run that well.
Yeah.
So now we've closed loop it, and it's like a giant radiator system, just like how a radiator system works in a car. Up north, they have to run antifreeze solutions. Down in Florida, since we're never going to freeze, basically, or our ground temperatures will never freeze, we just run straight, solid drinking water. Purified, clean water in the system, and that stays with the system for the life of the system.
Do you have this at your home?
Yes, I do.
And how does it work?
I love it. I can't complain, and I keep my house about 72 to 74 degrees year-round.
Key question is energy savings.
Energy savings, typically our customers who just switch to a geo system in a household save anywhere between 50 and 60% a month on their entire utility bill. Homeowners that utilize it for pool heating and dedicated hot water heating, those in some aspects get up to about 70% savings of their entire utility bill.
A lot of people, I hate to say, think of geothermal maybe as a black hole in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more challenging than the rest of the country?
It is more challenging in Florida, Central Florida, South Florida. The number one reason is we have to put a lot more loop in the ground, a lot longer pipe, more pipe runs, and spread it out a lot farther than, say, somewhere up north that has colder ground temperatures. The second challenge is a lot of times here we're doing a horizontal because we have a lot of land and space to utilize here. For homeowners with small lot-sized homes, we have to drill vertically with conventional well drilling equipment. Well, when we do that, we got to be careful with our aquifer system that we don't damage that, because our goal here is to be energy efficient and save the environment. Another challenge we have is we're dominantly cooling in Florida. We're always cooling. I
don't know. This winter we had some chilly
We did have a pretty good winter, which helps these systems out because they perform exceptionally well in heating because of our ground temperatures are relatively warm compared to up north.
So you're telling me that this system, this earth loop, will actually heat and cool this house?
It'll do the heating, the cooling for the AC system, and it'll also provide free hot water as a byproduct of the system running. And then if we had a pool, then we could heat the pool as well with just this one earth loop.
I know the horses weren't too pleased with all the pasture land being dug up.
None of this is exposed anywhere. We'll manifold it all together and just bring 2 lines into the house to the unit. It has one system, your air handler unit that sits in the garage or inside of a closet somewhere in the house. You don't have an outside unit anymore. Okay. You can eliminate that portion of it. Okay. But once we bury it all back and let the grass grow right back, you can't even tell it's ever there. You can plant over top of it. You can put homes on top of it. A lot of situations to where we don't have a lot of land to utilize for homeowners, to where it's 0 lot line situations. We will be the first ones there, put the loop under the house, and then the contractors will come in and build the house on top of our loop.
Last but not least, geothermal is clean, safe, and healthy. think about it, you're not burning a flame, which eliminates the danger of carbon monoxide poisoning and explosion. Plus, the system does not rely upon outside air, which means you keep the outdoor pollutants like pollen and mold spores out of your home, which is good news for allergy sufferers. To check out more on this clean, renewable energy, log on to TerraVerdeTV.com. Remember, a green home is a healthy home. As luck would have it, we were a construction zone here at Terra Verde during the coldest winter in Florida in 40 years. But thanks to geothermal, we kept the house toasty. Matter of fact, some of our inside builders asked if we turn the heat down. As for the heating bill that month, quite a surprise. We'll be right back.